Today, I'm reading Ripples number 128, Ripples of Experimentation. Remember Pebble, Boulder, Ponder? Two quotes and something to think about for the week. The pebble from an unknown source shared by Alyssa M. And it says, never be afraid to try something new. Remember, amateurs built the Ark and professionals built the Titanic. The boulder is from Nicholas Sparks, shared by Elizabeth R. And it reads, and I learned what is obvious to a child, that life is simply a collection of little lives, each lived one day at a time. That each day should be spent finding beauty in flowers and poetry and talking to animals. And that a day spent with dreaming and sunsets and refreshing breezes cannot be bettered. The ponder, the part that I write, says, this week found me in Michigan for an early beginning to the fall series of new student orientations. The first-year students at Kettering University were exploring the many ways to get involved on campus during the day I visited. And we spent some time encouraging them to experiment with lots of different activities before settling on a few to concentrate more heavily on. On my way back to the Detroit airport, I stopped by for some dinner with friends and found out that they were doing some experimenting of their own. In the process of baking pie, um, in the process of baking apple, blueberry, and pumpkin pies for dessert, they discovered they had enough extra dough for a fourth pie. And so they decided to experiment with the leftover ingredients and create a truly unique blueberry apple pie. We were all curious to try it, but each of us had our eye on the other pies because we knew how delicious they were going to be. It turns out that many of us actually enjoyed the experimental pie the most. Perhaps it was the unique taste, or maybe it was because we didn't exactly know what to expect. But I have decided to spend this week experimenting a little more. Peace, Paul. As always, thanks for joining me as I read Ripples for Reflection, weekly inspirations for unleashing your best self. You can read along with me if you snag a copy at theripplesbook.com. And also, if you aren't subscribing, you can join us for a weekly splash every single week. You can sign up at unleashripples.com. And I'll wrap up by quickly thanking Kelly, Kristen, Elizabeth, and all the Patreon peeps who are supporting this project and all the ripples I unleash. We'll see you next time.